Hello and welcome to another MCO market update on the DXY. The DXY is currently following the projected downward pathway we have seen over the course of the last few days. Further downside pressure. The market has followed our white scenario, which is also the preferred one. I'm going to take you through that in a minute. But if you watched the video of from the last few days, then you know that the idea was the market should decline further, dip further, move further and closer towards that $97.50 level. And at the moment, while there is a chance for a bounce from here, last opportunity for a larger bounce, the bulls have not shown up yet. Okay, so we're tracking here an active correction that actually started in 2022, here in September 2022 at around $114. From an Elliott Wave point of view, that's either an A wave or a third wave. Here, A wave or a third wave. I prefer the interpretation that it's a third wave, and we're now in a fourth wave, large correction, which is a flat correction, a so-called A, B, C structure. No, hold on, it could actually be a zigzag pattern, but that's not so important. The B wave was a flat correction internally, but I don't want to get too much into the theoretical part of it. So the white scenario suggests it's a wave 4, which could complete in this area here between $90 and $97. Been watching for this area to be reached for probably 2 years now. However, it's also possible that if this is a large A wave, then we are in a much larger B wave, which would be classed as a large ABC pattern. But even then, this area could mark an important low point. Not only do we have a price channel here, lower boundary line of a price channel, a wave 4 finishes there, or an A wave. And in all cases, a larger bounce would be expected. On the larger time frame, that will likely look like a range, okay? Because if we zoom out a little bit, the move to the upside that started in the year 2008 is a diagonal pattern. So that means that the fifth wave to the upside, once this fourth wave correction is over, should also be an ABC structure. So we will likely just spend some time in this range. And in the yellow scenario, the rally would also be corrective before we go down further. So long term, we could spend... So if I'm saying an important low point could be marked, I do not necessarily expect impulsive rallies to $118, $120, $130 plus immediately. It means that, yeah, we should get there, but it will take some time. It will be characterized by choppy price action, because if the fifth wave is an ABC structure, then again, the A wave can be an ABC structure. So if you're familiar with Elliott Wave, it just means that it all will be corrective in nature. And it will just be messy. Okay, so please be aware of that. But we will be here and we'll talk about that. Now, in the short term, as I said, the correction is likely not completed. I'm tracking here a potential 5-wave decline from the January 2025 high. We only have 3 waves down, at least in my interpretation. So the idea was that this here would be a 4th wave bounce, which topped in May, and we could now be in the 5th wave decline. So it might need a few downside adjustments here. The resistance area is between $99.91 and $100.79. So as long as we stay below that, focus would be on lower prices. That would then be a 5-wave move in circle wave 5, of C of 4, or of the A wave. And in both scenarios, lower is still the preferred interpretation. It could be, but then the bulls really need to hurry up, that we form a wider wave 4. So the wave 4 that potentially topped in May internally, could still be unfolding as a wider flat correction, A, B, C, but I don't see any evidence for it. In that case, this upper resistance might be tested again between $102.30 and $103.69. But as long as we stay below this immediate nearest resistance area, this nearest pivot, the focus is on lower prices more directly. So that means over the coming sessions, we should see a further decline. There is probably going to be some structural support here around $98.90 and then $97.95. That's the update on the DXY. Hope you like the update. Make sure to subscribe to this channel for further updates based on US assets and anything surrounding the US, specifically also stock indexes. bonds. There are some crypto updates as well, DXY, and much more is going to happen on this channel. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.